Alright, hello guys, this is Peaky, and this is going to be the first episode of my aerial journey. So basically, I'm just going to tell you my story and keep updating you about my development over the series. Basically, I'm not going to teach you how to aerial, or I'm not going to provide you a tutorial like there are tons and tons of them, but I'm going to show you how I used them and my journey or my story about it. So basically, this is how to learn air roll, in my opinion and in my experience. Watch as many as tutorials you want. Watch anybody teaching or providing a tutorial on how to learn air roll, and watch the guys I might be linking to their videos in the description as well. So you need to gather knowledge, because actually gathering knowledge makes it way easier. You need to practice and learn through trial and error, and actually this is exactly what we are going to do in the series. When it clicks, it will click, but you have to at least gather some knowledge. You just need to like chill, put on some music if I didn't put music already on this video, and just watch me struggling and failing again and again. That's it about this series. It will be just me failing thousands of times, and you just chill and watch me fail. That might help you feel better or have hope, because I was about to lose hope, and then I watched some guy on YouTube doing this kind of videos, like just his progress of improving, and that gave me hope. So I'm doing this series just for the sake of fun, and also might give you hope. Throughout these videos, I'm going to be talking over my gameplay footage you're watching, and trying to explain stuff along the way as best as I can, because it's hard actually to explain. Your brain is just going to click. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you my story. I started like struggling really hard. I don't know how to control. I had basic knowledge like when you air roll, every position or orientation of your car will result in a different direction when you do the same movement with your left stick on your controller. So I had only this basic knowledge, and I also had the knowledge of that the actions or movements you do with your left stick will point your car nose in a different direction, and you have to be constantly watching and observing your car movement and your car orientation in the air in order to, like, I pivot and then I leave my left stick in order to keep going and boosting in this direction I want to go. And this was really hard to just keep continuously like observing your car positioning and orientationing, just to do this. Like, it's crazy. I was like watching people doing it, and I was telling myself, like, man, these guys are cracked. Like, I'm not going to be able to do this ever. And then I started to watch tutorials like let me try to pass this level, because it is one of the hardest. I mean, I didn't. Oh my god, no! Anyway, so I watched some tutorials. Like, most of the tutorials are going to teach you like basic stuff, and actually, in my opinion, it is not relevant. It's not relevant because like it feels academic, not practical. Like, for example, they will teach you like to go left, you have to do this. To go right, you have to do this, or whatever. I don't know, but air rolling doesn't work like this. You don't have the enough time. If in order to go left, for example, you don't have the enough time to wait until your car is facing forward in order to do this, to go left. You know what I mean? Like, for example, there are some videos will teach you, like, in order to go left like this, you have to do this, and then you have to do this to go right, and this to go. You know what I mean? Like, you don't always have the time to wait until your car faces forward in order to do this specific mechanic or movement to go right or left. So, but actually, all the tutorials you can watch are going to help. It is going just to assess your brain to get the hang out of things. Like, it is going to help. It is going to assess your brain. So, after watching as many tutorials as you want, I need you just to go practice so hard. And it might sound obvious and dumb. You have just to practice and it will click. I didn't believe it because I felt so dumb trying to go, and I go like, I cannot orient my car, and I can't like point my car nose in the direction I want, and I kept failing. It was so hard. But then over time, like I've been only 2 weeks into this, and it started to click. Like it started to really click. And I don't understand how my brain is handling it. Like I'm still in the beginning, in the very beginning. Like I don't have much control over my car, I would say. But there is progress. There is a progress. Like I wasn't able to do anything with a roll. Like I just started to go like this and try to orient and oh my god, and do this. But I didn't have any control. So, and I don't still have that control. But my point is there is a progress going on. Definitely. Go like take a day or two off of practicing and come back. You will find your mind is clicking. Like your brain is just, I don't know, making sense out of the nonsense movement of Rocket League. Like you will know, or rather your brain will know what you need to do in specific situations. And when you get the hang out of a specific situation like this one here, I knew how I should move my stick in order to face slightly backward to, oh my god, this is hard, to rearrange my car. Oh my god, whoa, yes, let's go. Anyway, that was fun. So at a specific situation, you got the hang out of it and you already knew what you should do in order to fix your orientation in this position. Then you will find new situations where you have no clue what should you do in order to succeed in your movement and go the direction you want. You just keep practicing it, whatever how much you're gonna practice. The next day you come to practice, you will find your brain magically making sense in the situation you were struggling at. So don't forget, this is not scripted. I'm just in my practice session and I just decided to record this and upload it, and I'm just commentating or trying to have a little chat with you over my gameplay. So the main point of this video and this series is just to watch the gameplay and how much I struggle, but as well I'm trying to just have a little chat with you and try to give you my thoughts and my experience. So anyway, as I said, you just need to practice with the knowledge of the tutorials. Like for example, I have the knowledge that I can do this to go left, but like for example, if my car is faced upside down like this, if I did the same, I will go right. So this knowledge I mean, of the tutorials I watched, it just helps my brain in a specific way. Like even if I'm not using them strictly or like on purpose, they're just helping my brain make sense of the movement of the car. Like now I'm not even thinking much how my car is facing. I don't know, it just clicks. Like maybe I'm watching my car nose and I think my brain is learning the movements, the necessary movements depending on the orientation of the car. Like if my car is like this and I want to go left, my brain is just going to know that I need to go right. My brain is just going to know on its own, like I need to pull down to the right to go right on its own, and it will develop the muscle memory that after I do this movement to go right, I need to bring it up, like on the joystick, I need to bring it upright a little, like a circular motion, in order to balance my car. Like after I go this to the right, I need to bring it back to fix the nose orientation. So this sort of muscle memory, your brain, believe me, your brain is just going to develop it on its own. You'll struggle and you'll feel disappointed, like, oh my god, I cannot get this. Like how they're able to focus on all these movements. I mean, if you saw the last turn right I did, and then I did a full spin of the same stick direction, like I held a stick, I don't remember which direction I held, but anyway, I held it a full circle. Okay, so this is a mechanic I want to explain. Obviously, if you air rolling and you hold your left stick the same position for a full spin, you will be back at the same position of your car, like this. I'm back at the same position. But what happens is that your car will go, like, will move left or right slightly, and it will be back at the same orientation. This is useful for for example, if I'm going to hit the bar, if I'm going to hit the ring, I can, I suck at this, but anyway, I can do a full, like, as you can see, a full circle. It will get me slightly, for example, if I'm here, it will get me slightly to the left and back on the same orientation. It feels like if you are walking on the ground and you did this, you know, like you pivot to the right a little and you go on the same direction again, or the same line. So this is useful if you don't want to change your direction of your movement with the car, but you need to avoid an obstacle like this one I just did now. So I hope this helps. Yo, before you go, couple of tips I want to mention. One, you don't have to be holding down air roll all the time. You might like go air roll for a split second or something. It depends on the situation, and you will figure it out as you practice, so keep practicing. Two, once a YouTuber called Spooky Luke mentioned that exercise matters a lot, and I assure you that it does, yes. So take care of your health and exercise. It matters a lot with your brain health, and how, like, it matters when you learn something. The last tip is that you watch the next video, because it will definitely have more tips and more fun. Thank you for watching again, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.